So we got our little K-pop dance. We got our little taunt. I don't know exactly what makes her land. Yes, she calms down.
It looks like the oh yeah, that's true, but it looks like the what is she carrying on her back? What is it called? Coffin.
A coffin.
It looks like the coffin is what's carrying her around.
Oh, maybe. I mean, she does have a belt on her chest that goes across. So it could be the belt is lifting her directly.
So that's the question. Is she carrying the coffin or is the coffin carrying her? What's the flyer?
Well, there is a thing in the background here where there's a bunch of different coffins.
Okay.
All around in this image.
Sure.
So we've got her main coffin that kind of bleeds out magic out the eyes and has the purple magic. We got this green one, and they're all various like ravens. But my guess they would be various dead relatives from the Raven court. Or it could be the court people. Maybe he killed all the other court members. So maybe not necessarily family members, and now they're all in their coffins. Or maybe they're just, closets full of magic.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, Rose. I think it would have been really strong for them to do a skin for her in the universe. I would have loved to see like a high priestess of Yogg-Saron. That has nothing to do with Yogg-Saron's powers, just the whole toothy maw, eyeballs, kind of venomy looking thing, tentacles, old gods, But when you think of a silhouette, if they were sitting on these powers first, and then they're like, hey, we should make a character that uses these powers, I don't think that the silhouette would have been unique enough. We have mage with a staff, mage who's hunched over, mage who's proud, mage who's tall, and how many more mages do we have in those sort of looks? We now have White Mane as well, who's got staff and a funny hat. When you go high priestess of some old god, how do you make them unique looking again? Honestly, I would love one of these sort of mind flayers from the most recent expansion that you get to see all over Stormsong Valley. All hunched over and, with their tentacle faces. And, would that have been enough? Would that have brought in the fans? That's the other scandalous thing is Orphea does facilitate a fan base.
Lolly, we have a
wants
Lolly
to play
in
these type of characters.
Game.
Yeah. So there is the option for them to have that excitement from that fan base come on in. I love a mind flayer. What can I say? I love a mind flayer. But she is a very unique silhouette, and she does look really good. And I love her sort of Tyrael attack style, where she locks on with her auto attacks. And I mean, she even kind of does a little bit of gearing up, which is really cool because we know how difficult it was for them to build Lily, who skips even, for Chromie to kind of miss a step every once in a while and kind of have to hurry up again, giving her that gnome. So even something as simple as these flight animations are really complex things. Muradin, when the game released, would wind up his axe as he went in and then lower it if he didn't complete his auto attack. So there's a lot of really cool animation feats that are here inside of Orphea that your brain doesn't notice, but I think your brain appreciates automatically. And like I said here, you kind of do this like Genji-like Tyrael sort of style lock on as you go around somebody to your nearest target, which is just really cool. And because her auto attacks are so important for her chaos, her D, it's cool to have that acknowledged in her visuals. And you guys know that I'm a big fan of, just because I've been playing MOBAs for so long, anything that kind of pushes the envelope as to how the characters are themed and move around means a lot to me. Maybe not everybody. Maybe I'm crazy about that.
Crazy about the theming?
Yeah, I really like theming. It's the difference between a roller coaster at Six Flags or going on a Disney ride.
Yeah, no, theming is important.
Yeah, you gotta have some theming. Didn't notice, but your brain did. We should get that as a quote, actually.
Oh.
We should get that on the board.
Hey, man.
Because we got all sorts of quotes ready to go.
Didn't notice, but your brain did.
Oh my God.
My daughter.
All right, so we got
pizza rolls.
Overflowing Chaos. Hit an enemy hero with basic abilities, grants 1 chaos. Chaos can stack up to 3 times. While Orphea has chaos, her basic attacks against heroes consume all chaos, dealing 50% increased damage per stack and healing for 100% of the damage dealt. Which was great on the show floor, which is going to be great in quick match, because you do have a way to regenerate yourself. You got lane clear, you got some range on you, you got regen. She's going to be lane clear regen when it comes to maybe solo lane. Would you want her there if there's a hero to hit because of the cooldowns? the way some of these things work.
Yeah.
So Shadow Waltz, mana 25, cooldown 5 seconds. After 0.5 seconds, deal damage to
But it
enemies in a
refunds
line.
all your mana if you hit it.
Hitting a hero with Shadow Waltz sets its cooldown to 2 seconds, refund its mana, and causes Orphea to dash a short distance upon moving. So here with the quick cast on in this mode. Actually, wait, am I? Yeah, I am on quick. Ooh, that's actually different than the show floor. That's interesting. So they actually set the Shadow Waltz there to have its own time duration. I wonder what was different.
What do you mean time duration?
Well, on the show floor, it was quick cast, and my mouse had to already be positioned where I wanted it to go. Let's see, where? Oh, right, I gotta do that in hotkeys, right? And then I go quick
Quick
cast.
cast settings.
On release.
You have on release, so turn it on.
Okay.
And you should probably be good.
Interesting. So what I would like to do then, excuse me, is do on, but I think I like on release. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Let's try both. Because here, yeah, let's see.
That's a delay.
On release. Okay, I didn't hit accept. Yeah, it would just go.
How come that one was faster?
Well, because I have the duration of my Shadow Waltz Waltz available. So anytime during that cooldown, I can use the dash. But on the show floor, it was actually...
You hit it and it dashes.
And it would dash immediately.
Yeah.
So I wonder what the difference is.
Now you have to activate it?
Well, it gives you more control, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it'd make her a little slower. Maybe I can just set that straight to on. And maybe that's how we get the... No, yeah, it seems like they changed that. Which I don't mind, honestly, because now I actually have control. And I didn't... Because what I had to do was kind of like an Artanis swap on the floor where I had to set up where I was going, where I was, and then where I was going to aim. So you'd be like, and then throw your mouse back here so you can immediately shift back there. But now I can actually hit that, complete the auto attack I just empowered.
So you hit Q again to shift?
Just a right click, because it's based on a move.
It's a right click.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anytime during this, I can then move.
So I just might have been hitting right click anyway.
No, I don't.
So that's probably why. That's probably why I was moving so fast.
But I mean, we can also kind of pre-gear it up, right? Like, because she's locked in the animation.
Yeah.
So I can already get her
I'm clicking all
ready.
over the place, so...
Already get her into that next position. But that's really cool because sometimes I might be in a position where like they're in a mosh pit and I don't want to shift. I might interrupt my...
You don't want to shift?
Yeah, maybe they're...
Why would you even use the ability if you don't want to use the shift?
Because I want the damage. Because let's say they're in an entomb with a mosh pit, with a blizzard, and
you don't want to like dance around them in a circle? She's a dancer.
Yeah, but I want to...
You're going to mock them with your body.
But look at that. Look, so see, it resets my auto attack animation, as so many characters do. I hit it, and immediately following, I hit that bonus auto attack. If I queue up a move, I'm then moving, and I don't hit my bonus auto attack.
But you
so
get
this
the
actually
2
gives me
second
the moment.
cooldown, and you can immediately do your Q again.
Well, I don't have to move to get the cooldown.
I know, but you have to wait.
Wait for what?
To
move?
For it to... I like to move.
It's a good move. It's a really good looking move, She looks great.
So good.
I think we do need to show off the animation here.
And look at that circle she leaves behind. It's brief, but it's good.
The circle? Oh yeah, the
see?
little teleport
Like the
warp.
Mach 1.
Yeah.
She hits Mach speeds when she teleports.
Yeah, totally. No,
Luckily, she's magic, so nothing bad happens to her
looks
body.
great. I just think that's a good update that they did somehow between BlizzCon and here.
How many hazards will you zip into accidentally with that shift? Hopefully none. Hopefully you'll be zipping out, but there's always the chance. There's going to be a Jaina that knows where you're going to zip to.
There may be times where, like here, it's really easy because my right click is continually targeting the same guy.
Yeah.
But if this guy backs up while I'm excitedly clicking him, there is the chance that I might zip in. Is probably your biggest danger. Is that you might accidentally zip in.
But
and then
because she's a bruiser, it's okay. It's basically Sonya's lance, and then you're good. Just treat it like that.
But this is the internet, Kristen, and I must correct you for the sake of the internet that she is a ranged assassin.
That's fair, and that you can correct me every time because I'm just gonna keep calling her a bruiser. And I think by this point, if the internet doesn't get my sarcasm,
all right. Well, I'm
plus I got the girl ticket. I'm
the
sorry.
girl ticket.
I got the girl ticket.
All right.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Revealing your secrets. Says the girl who's beat all the Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Beat all the Diablos.
That doesn't mean I don't have my girl ticket. No, pardon me, I didn't know this. I've got my girl ticket.
Chomp. 60 mana, cooldown 10 seconds after 0.625 seconds. Deal damage near enemies in front of
this
Orphea.
one's crazy because the range is so short in comparison to the rest of it. So you have a short range, medium range, long range. Rose has a story. When we were watching the HOTS panel, my friend who basically only plays League of Legends went, "Oh, she looks fun. I'd totally play her."
Yep.
We're pulling them in.
Yep. And there has been an increase I've seen of people who are, on the Hero subreddit being like, "Hey, is this a good game? Should I get into it?" And it's like,
You should.
What brought you here?
Even the range display for Chomp is cool. It is, yeah. Can we throw that up again?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a gray main swipe, but it's got little teeth on it. Chomp definitely seems to be one of the favorites of the developers in animation. But it is a cool ability.
It's beautiful.
How it kind of summons around her, moves over the top of her body, and then kind of closes
and then
up.
munches, nibbles the bum.
Exactly. Gnarly teeth.
Oh, it's great. And they kind of pop like a balloon. They're expanding, and then they break.
Now, for playing her, this is really good for lane clear, particularly if you're left alone. If you need to hit a lane that's been built up, you just run in there and you can safely get it. And then if somebody shows up, you can dash yourself back out.
How much mana is it, though?
It's pretty expensive. So you got 60.
So you don't want to spam it to clear the lane.
No, your Shadow Waltz, you're gonna, it's a Leoric sort of situation. You want that cooldown reduction, so you want to hit the lane and the hero if you're going to be using that. But Chomp is going to give you that big cut in your mana.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Copper Tone summer skin for Orphea. The monster's chomping her bottoms.
Okay.
That'd be cute.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. Still want that priestess, that WoW skin or Diablo or however you want to include her into.
The Yogg-Saron.
I really thought it was cool when they did Phoenix. They did the Elemental.
Yeah.
They did like a Rockamental sort of thing.
Yeah,
that was really cute, and I would appreciate seeing something like that for Orphea in the future. I understand, they're going for maximum marketability with the high school.
And also, too, I'm wondering what the shift over is going to be now that she's in the game. And we've pretty much got all of the harem anime roles filled.
Well, yeah, but now
We've got all of the roles filled now. So
but now we need to do your Oron High School where we get all the boys filled out.
Exactly. But that's next, right? That's we got all the girls. They're all set. So now we got to do
So would Anduin be the one with the teddy bear?
He totally would. He'd be the innocent one.
Yeah.
Wait, is high school her gem only skin? Oh, can we check that? So
yeah,
it
likely
is gem only.
Yeah, all those release skins have been gem only for quite a while, so I would expect that to be the same.
Yeah.
Dread. Mana 50, cooldown 14 seconds. So
and look at the range on this thing.
This thing's got a pretty good range on it.
Huge.
Release a wave of Dread that deals 88 damage to enemies hit. Dread erupts 0.75 seconds after reaching its end path, dealing damage and slowing enemies in the area by 25% for 2 seconds. So the big deal about this is your chaos. So you can see from hitting multiple heroes, I'm going to get that chaos. So, 1 chaos and then a better auto attack. 2 chaos and a better auto attack. And then if I were to do something like, exactly, jump. But it doesn't increase exponentially. It's all just an increase. So it really doesn't matter if you stack up to maximum or not, at least without talents. I don't know, because I put everything in Q on the show floor because I just wanted to make sure my main ability was rocking. But this guy kind of works like Phoenix. If you shoot it through people, you get chaos. And then when it pops, you get chaos. So there'd be my 1 chaos and then the pop of the chaos afterwards.
It didn't give you 2 though. You only had the 1.
Well, I was attacking during it.
Oh.
So let's stay mobile. So there's the 1 chaos.
Still only 1.
Well, I didn't hit. Hang on. I got 2.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. So if I were to shoot it through all these guys, do an auto attack, and then I get my other one after that. Let's see if we could even
There we go.
Yeah. So kind of like Phoenix, it's really important that you do damage along the way to where you're aiming. And this is your big combo one because it does have this bonus range. So when you get to heroics, this is where you're going to do like the Jaina Ring of Frost, where you want to hang on to your Blizzard and then you cast your Blizzard for some reason to maybe zone out or run away. And you're like, crud, now I can't do my Ring of Frost because I have to have that for my combo with the Blizzard. So you're going to be stuck on a 14-second delay for your next heroic.
I like how she has Li Ming's AA talent built in.
Yeah, yeah, I thought of that too. Like, it's really fun to have a mage that is focused on auto attacks. They are little tiny auto attacks. These are about the size of Kael'thas at level 1.
I wasn't killing anybody with auto attacks. I was killing people by chasing them down with the Q.
Right. Non-empowered auto attacks aren't going to do you too much. And really, you're using it for more regen because you're going to be dashing. You're going to be stepping your toes into some things moving around like this. So let's get to talents. This is the big one I used on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
On point, it would be, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Shadow Waltz deals an increased 50% damage to enemies hit by its end.
So let's throw up the hover over Q. And it probably should. There's the end. You see that tip there? That's the end. They have to be hitting that.
So you get a little crit. And you're not getting any bonus chaos out of that. But it's really easy to frame up, particularly if we had something like a Chromie Rewind, a Zool on the team. There were those moments where you could just sort of hover around the character, get to that maximum range, get a feeling for it.
And, too, if you're trying to reach behind a tank to get a squishier hero who's mid-range, who's right behind that tank, it's going to be very helpful. Because the squishy character is going to be taking that pop damage.
The other big deal is that it's not just heroes. So this was something that worked well when sieging later on for siege damage and getting a little bit of bonus. So
what's the damage difference between Tip and Shaft?
It is a 50%, in
50%.
50%. Growing Nightmare. Each hero hit by Wave of Dread increases the damage of its eruption by 25%.
So if you're fighting on maps where teams are going to be grouped up, this is a great pick.
And it works with that sort of Phoenix playstyle we were talking about, where you'd want to shoot it through as many people as possible first, and then have that big crit at the end. Which, it's a long cooldown. You won't be using it all the time, you know.
No, but it's a great slow. So it's wonderful if you're trying to chase somebody. It's great if you're trying to slow somebody down. And the slow works wonderful, too, because the Q gives you the shift ability. So if you want to hit people easier, you slow them, and then you just smack them with your Q a few times. And then the slow is up again. You just wreck their face.
Well, in that whip, you're going to have to get this close to hit this back line here. So if you are aiming at the back line, shooting it through the front line and then popping the back guy, which this is really good against things like Tyrande, against White Mane.
The long range.
And anybody who wants to kind of stand still for a little
Morales,
bit. Yeah, well, you know,
sort of.
Yeah, she's a little wiggle. She's not going to, like, shift.
Zul'jin
likes to stand still.
Zul'jin likes to stand still.
Gul'dan. There's a lot of people that like to park their butts and move slow. And that could be a pretty good chance to get some bonus damage out on them. Ancestral Strength. Non-heroic abilities. Non-heroic. Okay, so you're basically 25% more damage to stunned, rooted, silenced, or slowed enemies, and grant 1 additional chaos when hitting heroes. So I didn't take this one anywhere because it's rather complicated. But here we go. So we got our boom, and what do we do? Slowed. Okay. So I guess we'd have to.
So you'd want to slow them and then go to town.
Yeah. So this would be like your lock-on auto attack talent, it would seem. And, you know, running like with Arthas and all that, you'd have a good chance to get it. But let's see. So we get this out. Okay, there's the slow duration. So what we'd want to do is hit it while they're slowed. Get out that auto attack first. Do it.
And then do it, just spam it.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's why it probably follows up so fast. So we get some bonus 50% auto attack damage, but there's also this bit where damage to stun non-heroic abilities. With basic abilities, that's where I'm getting confused. Here they call it basic abilities. Here they're calling it non-heroic abilities. But I guess they're including perhaps some of our 1 buttons that we might have if we have a D trait button active that comes online later.
And there is a D button. I did pull that at BlizzCon. Wait, so there's a WoW cinematic where Malfurion pulls a guy into the ground with his roots?
Oh, there's a pretty intense,
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. It's one of the in-game cinematics, but it's worth watching. We'll check it out later.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to check that out.
Malfurion's pissed.
I'm sure he's angry. He should be dead.
Well, he should be.
But we have a traitor in our midst.
So let's go with, I mean, this is pretty cute. We'll work on that later, but let's go on point for now. Allegrissimo.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, Allegro, I think, is a faster pace.
Hitting heroes with the end of Shadow Waltz sets its cooldown to 1 second. So if we're already, this is again the one I did on the show floor. If we are aiming at the end anyway, we might as well
very
get that
fast
reduced
and
cooldown.
lively.
Oh, okay,
It
cool.
indicates that the music you're playing should be played very fast and lively.
It's actually pretty forgiving, and even 2 seconds isn't gonna throw you off dramatically. I mean, that's just something kind of like a Li Ming orb. With quick cast and all, you'll just be getting used to it pretty quick. And I think it's a good talent because that's what you're spamming anyway. It's free mana if you're hitting it. And that just encourages what you're doing anyway. But back around. Backbiter. If Chomp hits a hero, Orphea immediately dashes a short distance backwards.
I saw this one get picked quite a bit.
It's a cute idea because, well, a lot of people thought because the way they were clicking, like I was saying, if you're clicking aggressively constantly, it's easy to think on the show floor that Shadow Waltz is an engage, and every time you used it, you'd move in.
But
and then
you can use
chomp
it to move away.
Move back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you are like versing Greymane, for instance, or maybe even like Mal'Ganis, who's constantly kind of shifting towards your face.
Or like a Genji. You know, if you have a high mobility hero, this could be a good one.
If you have to keep moving backwards.
Do you have to land your W on an enemy? Or does it push you back
you
regardless?
Do.
Okay,
hitting
so you have
a hero.
to hit hero.
Yeah, so you can't use it for sort of free mobility outside of those situations. Which is cool, it has its own animation. It's not the same sort of warp
Also,
circle.
notice how her hand powers start to glow pink when she's got chaos.
Oh, yeah. And the coffin's all... Yeah, the coffin gets lit up incrementally as you have more and more chaos. So there's 1 chaos.
I've been running a Dancer
chaos.
build with the knockback at 4 and cooldown reduction on 7. Ooh. So I Q in, W out, and both are on 2-second cooldowns. Ooh.
A cooldown reduction
You're all
later
over
on.
the place with that one.
Maybe. Right. Dread Slow also applies to enemies in Dread's path, stacking up to 50%. So that'd be really good for getting perhaps our Dread Slow. Yes. So that means maybe our Ancestral Strength would be better with that.
Yeah.
Stacking up to 50%. So that's if we get 2 hits on him, I assume.
Also, her W quest has no cap, so the damage can get
50.
nuts. Oh.
Let's see. Okay. So we can get that up to 50, so slow 25% for the wave. And then popping for the additional 25% on top of that. But what I want to see is, can we now combo this with Ancestral Strength? And then Fright. So let's get rid of this.
Okay.
We'll aim at the back guy, I guess. Yeah, so what would we do there? There we get bonus Dread for hitting that slow guy. Such a short duration. I have no doubt that it will be easier alongside other slowers, but setting off your own additional chaos slow is a little complicated.
Yeah.
And hard to predict because you got to weave in those auto attacks. So maybe with a sweet team, right? With a particular team.
With a particular set of skills.
Exactly.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Insatiable.
And this one is fun because it's pretty much all the Ma except for the bottom.
Set its cooldown for 2 seconds.
This is pretty much buff the W except for that last one there, which is pretty interesting.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean it's a force, like it's it's like a force survivability level in a sense. I don't know. Dread damage reduced, not quite anyway.
So what does Insatiable do?
So we get a 2-second cooldown if we hit a hero.
Okay, cool.
Going from 10 seconds.
But no mana refund, correct?
No, nothing like that. So we would be eating into our mana.
So then you'd use the Q, right? You'd bite, use your Q. Because it would technically take...
yeah. If both were on a 2 second.
2 would give you 50 back, so you're still down 10 mana. But... it would take you longer to run out of mana.
Yeah, if we do backs after chomp and then insatiable. So you could do a chomp, chomp, 2 second sort of exchange thing. I mean, that'd just be fun to do. It's expensive though.
Yeah,
but
well,
it
that's
is good
because
damage.
that's your big one, right?
Yeah.
How much does the E cost?
E's 50,
50,
and this
okay.
is 60, so this is their
So
biggest
Chomp
cost.
is the most expensive one.
Right, I mean, and that's why I went with a lane clear talent. Granted, it was BlizzCon floor matchmaking, so we were having to clear a lot of lanes as the ranged assassin that might want to be in different spots, you know, depending.
And here's a skin idea: Disciple of Iman, a Talarine Protoss skin where it's a red shadow magic, and she has a huge red crystal on the back instead of a coffin.
That's a cool idea. I like that.
And Paradox is saying this is his favorite build so far, just because it's so much fun.
It's a lot of dashing. It'd be a lot of fun. I ended up doing Ravenous Hunger. Minions that die within 1.5 seconds of being chomped permanently increase its damage and heal Orphea by 79. Heroes that die increase this damage by 60 and heal Orphea for 25% of her max health.
Yeah.
This was more just because I would get injured in a battle and then I'd run off to a lane to clear it and I could get some health back. So let's go ahead and turn on the minions.
But what about regen?
What about regen?
Why aren't you regenning in the battle itself?
Well, I am. But that's the problem. I can't make chaos if heroes aren't around. So if I get injured and then I leave a battle and let's say I'm too low health to even interact with the enemy team, there's no way for me to get that health back anymore.
You could be.
Sure.
I'm sure
I
Kevin.
could be.
I'm sure Kevin the announcer would tell you to back.
He would, I'm sure. But you know, I could also hang around. You know, get some orbs.
That's true.
Have a soaking presence on the
That's
battlefield.
true.
You know, these are all good things. Increase that presence. Don't back all the time. Let's see, actually, can I do this? Yeah. Okay. Hey, there we go.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
And I mean, they're saying in chat too that the W doesn't have a cap.
Yeah. Yeah. No bonus damage.
So I guess
cap.
if you are in a big map and there aren't going to be too many team fights, this is a powerful pick.
Or if you just end up having to cover a lot of lanes, right?
Especially if you've taken the bribe talent on Murky, so you know how to plan to kill everything at once in one go. You know how to injure everything at about the same pace so that when you do your chomp, you get all of the dings.
Let's see if we can Rainer this biz a little bit and maybe like... And it's close, but it's a little too much damage on the wizard. I'm seeing if I can get it all in one go. Do one little combo as we walk in.
That's
so
important.
We hit that, and then maybe let's go straight to just the back. Yeah, okay. So what we need to do then, because the front minions will do a little bit of damage. So what we're gonna do is hit it Rainer style while it's coming down with a straight line bop, and then once they settle, we're gonna shoot past the wizard. Ah, I got him. But you see what I'm saying? Shoot through the wizard, but not on the wizard.
The wizard doesn't have much health.
Shoot through the wizard, but not on the wizard.
Do you think the utter dominance MVP Black Genji has had over HOTS Esports is good or bad for the HGC? It sure seems like no other team is even close.
Yeah, I think that a lot of us wanted our NA teams to lose to Korean teams and stuff. And
just so we could say they got that far.
Right, and that's sad, but I think a lot of it is that if we have competitors in NA, then the other people working hard to be good look at NA and say, oh man, I need to be that caliber of good. I'm going to work really hard. Whereas right now, if you're doing kind of, I'm going for the paycheck and I'm going for, you know, just to get through life as an esports player and have an income, you don't have to work as hard to stay in NA, which is the sad part about that exchange. And that's, of course, discrediting. Like, there's no reason if all you have is, let's say you have nothing but dumbbells and they're 25-pound weights.
Yeah.
I'm just doing that so you can't stack them.
Okay.
And you're like, man, these are heavy. And you work out, and eventually you get good, but you have no other weights in the world. You think you're the best.
Yeah.
And that's no insult to anyone in NA and their performance. It's just that when they scrim, that's what Dig did. They went and scrimmed in other zones in Korea and whatnot, and that's why they got that good.
Yeah.
So you gotta have a general, like a lot of people have asked me, hey, would you ever have gone, you know, if you knew about esports growing up, would you have joined esports and tried to go pro? And I always say it depends on my friends, because you have to have that competitive environment in order to care enough.
Yeah.
You gotta have friends that are pushing you to be better, that want to duel all the time, that aren't taking it casual. And I was the best of all my friends. And when I got to college, I met some folks that were better than me.
Yeah.
And it was really weird. And it was tough on my ego. Like your roommate on Sonic in Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
He was crazy because he played with his siblings and all these other guys he knew all the time, all these sports bros.
Yeah.
He had a greater circle of friends than I did to impact him.
Yeah. Plus, Korean play tends to play the game outside of scrims as well. That doesn't seem to happen as much in NA unless they can set up their little groups like SEL.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough go. Let's do for this first one the Crushing Jaws.
Cool. And before we jump into this, how does she fare against stealth heroes or heroes with silences? I honestly don't know. I didn't go up against anything like that.
Yeah, surprisingly no quick match Valeras on the show floor. There are so many Valeras when we get day one PTRs. But no one at BlizzCon was playing Valera. Well, there was one. There was this poor guy, complete fart off here, pardon me, that loads up Here's the Storm, and he's like, no way, Kel'Thuzad? And I'm just like, oh no, dude. And he's like trying to quest, and he's got the chains, and he's doing it for the first time, and he shoots an iceberg, and it does nothing, and he's just sitting there like, what is this kid? What do I do? So there's definitely some butting of heads in that situation.
Well, there's that disconnect because Kel'Thuzad, we exist outside of Warcraft 3 now.
Yeah.
I think maybe if this had been developed closer to Warcraft 3, it would have been the heroes from Warcraft 3, but, Dota's changed things, and Heroes has changed things.
Well, and that was made during the height of the quest madness of the developers.
It's a good
So just
point.
as a historical note there. But I'd agree, like anything that would come from multiple angles, anything coming from other areas would probably be really, really disastrous. Zeratul, because of his blink range, because I feel like in that way, Valera's more destructive because she has that huge range consistently to come in on you, and she's not really making that much of a bargain outside of losing her stealth for it.
Yeah.
Those sort of things coming from unknown angles will be very tough to deal with.
Totally.
But Tracer, like things that you're gonna miss your cue on, that's where you're really gonna struggle, I feel. And things that approach you in rhythmic ways like Greymane, Mal'Ganis, and these sort of characters, they won't be as bad. And let's actually test this.
And Paradox is saying with that W soaked at BlizzCon had over 500 near the end.
That's
I
intense.
did the E talent that lets me chomp and did both chomps at the same time to someone, and they went boom.
I like that. I mean, farming, right? Farming's pretty.
Well, I like laning.
Let's do a enemy hero. Let's get a big boy. Let's get Asmodan. Because what I want to see is, in our situation there, we talked about if you, let's say, get dove by Diablo, can you move through him?
Yeah.
And it looked like here, but these are little tiny models. So let's get on the other side of Asmodan here and see if he'll stand still for us. Oh, well, he's got some demons.
You're chasing him off. You gotta make him feel like he's safe.
Come here, boy. Come here, boy.
You're chasing him. Don't chase him. Can she move when she cues, or is she Arthas for half a sec?
No, you are locked down into this animation here, but then you have that move after it. But yeah, I can preload basically the move I'm gonna do afterwards, but I am fully locked in. Come here, Asmodan. Don't be scared.
All right, try it.
All right, we're just gonna do it to his face because he doesn't want.
Do it.
Come.
You gonna do it to his face or not?
All right, he's not a team player. Asmodan's too scared.
Arthas, get Arthas.
Yeah, we're gonna get Arthas. He's gonna be a little more aggressive.
Oh, Asmodan. You see, she's weak to Asmodan balls.
Here comes Arthas. Hopefully he will want to auto-attack us. Not be a butt about it.
I think AI Arthas likes to auto-attack.
There we go. Oh, yeah. All right, there we go.
He loves this.
Cool. So we can move through him.
Okay.
So we can shift through Arthas and get to the other side. So if you do get in a body block, you can't get out.
And Tamari Uso, thank you so much for the prime. Glad that joke could really urge it on there. We got confirmation because the jokes are worth it.
I'm glad.
Don't tell Kyle that.
No, what, do I need to make a business statement here? I love that you're here to do this.
I'm just joking.
I love that you're here to do this.
Because you're the PG guy, so I like joking back. This is all.
That's why we have that button for you now. We gotta keep it.
All right. What about a wall?
No.
Like with Nazebo or Leo.
Yes. Terrain. I don't how could we test that? It doesn't work though, because if I end up on the other side of a wall, I can't go through it. I've got this wall here. Is that enough range? Yeah, that can at least display some of the catch.
Seeing you two like this is so deceptive. It makes it look like you guys are only an inch or two apart in height. I'm sitting on a pillow. Not gonna lie.
You do get caught inside of things. Well, I mean, also your torsos aren't that crazy different,
That's
right?
true.
Like, you know, also
That's true. He's all legs.
I'm all legs. Yeah, it's all in the legs.
I'm all torso. No, I'm not much of anything.
It's all in the legs. So, you know, people are. It kind of goes. People walk up, and there's a couple people I greeted sitting down, and then I would stand up, and you know that yeah. The music starts playing.
The bass going because they realize they woke up the monster.
Wow, the monster. All right, let's head to, let's go ahead and stack this. For the stack that it's going to be, hero hit increases the damage of the eruption. Okay. Let's do applies slow up to 50% because it's only a 25, so if we're hitting both, we might as well slow them afterwards. Let's do Mind Devour quest. Hitting heroes with dread increases its damage by 5 up to 200. After hitting 40 heroes, hitting an enemy hero with dread eruption sets its cooldown to 6 seconds and refunds 50 mana.
50, that's full refund right there.
Yeah, that is. That's a full refund.
That's a full refund.
Wow. Tell them what they've won.
You've won a full refund.
And does it work on... It does work on... Okay, so it works on Pop and Tentacle. That's pretty good. So for farming, you definitely want to favor using the Tentacle part. And then the Pop would be perhaps bonus.
Am I crazy and think that Ancestral is just better at level 1 in the E build? Won't they always be slowed because of the level 4 talent and you get an extra chaos with the level 1 talent?
Level 4 talent? Talking about Fright? And Ancestral Strength? It's tough to pull off by yourself. And that's the reason why I'm like, unknown power. But if you're running with Jaina, Arthas, and all those sort of kids, it's going to be pretty good. Yeah. I mean, this could be the build eventually, right? Whereas we're all looking at our queue just because this is wicked fun to do. And we're all like, let's empower this part.
Fun.
This is the part that's cool. Like when Living Bomb came out and we put all our talents in Living Bomb and then we went, all right, we'll calm down.
Okay, so the E slows and triggers the effect before the explosion, so you can do it alone.
Right. Yes.
But you just said you couldn't do it alone.
No, I did. Did I?
You were talking about you need friends.
Oh, I'm saying it's easier with friends.
Easier with friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because when I'm doing it by myself, it's a little weird because I am making it happen while I'm doing it, right? So my kind of point is that you got... So you get the power out of it, one additional chaos. But those are all auto attacks, so you shoot out your... Yeah, I hope I was clear about that. Because if you're aiming this into a big group, you're going to get out your auto attack, and then during the slow, you hit another one. And this is going to do a lot of burst damage.
So the level 1E talent increases damage by 25% of only the explosion if they were hit by the path. But if they were hit by the path, they will be slowed anyways.
Right. Right. I don't think we're disagreeing at all.
Okay.
Perhaps I missaid.
Okay.
I'm
just making sure.
What is tough about it to me is that I'm stuck in this animation, then I want to get rid of that chaos. I get another slam for another burst, but beyond that, I'm not seeing the impact of Fright, and I don't know mathematically how much this is doing compared to on point in those solo situations.
Okay.
So here, let's actually do it then. So let's do this is our allied hero. So let's get Arthas out. Because we got Arthas, it all starts making a lot more sense because we can actually rhythmically auto attack. Instead, we're stuck on this 14-second cooldown.
I saw some non-hero damage on one of those talents. You think there's a BOE specific build in there?
There must be a reason for this.
That'd be interesting. I don't know. You still have a chance to hit heroes, right? But you do need hero hits, and then chaos doesn't apply on non-heroes, at least as to the talents we found yet. So this is any non-heroic ability. So we get 2 for that. We get 2 for that.
Kill him!
And then we get 2 for that, right? Like in this situation, it's very clear.
Yeah.
When we have to mix the E with it, because it is our Blizzard, I think that's where we end up in that weird situation. So he's coming back now, you know, big hit. And getting 2 for each one of these, like that is pretty nuts.
Yeah.
And that's awesome, like Raynor.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome. With Raynor, though, you kind of wait until you get your own slow later on, but because you're always right-clicking, that's where I'm getting, that's where I'm saying, like, look at that with Arthas, oh my god.
Yeah.
But this here, with this we get 2 and then 1 and then we get another 3, but what is the mathematical impact compared to something like On Point and doing this whole reset sort of thing?
Looks like Rich and Crowan have recommended this. Ancestral plus Fright plus Ravenous plus Crushing plus Invasive plus Lurking and Ult upgrade.
Okay, sure.
Awesome.
Sure, I really like Ravenous because it gives another reason to W. Right now, I struggle to come up with reasons to W because it is going to expose me and put me in a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
Knowing that I'm going to heal some amount lets me get in there directly and have an exchange with that damage.
Yeah.
So I really like it.
Need a strategy.
Choose a talent.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah, and Paradox is saying I was more meaning that the level 1 E talent was just outclassed because of Ancestral.
Oh, so this one here, Growing Nightmare.
Yeah, you're agreeing. Everyone's agreeing.
Okay.
We're all in harmony here.
The talent that I completely ignored on this level in the first place, we all agree is a
We
little
looked
bit.
at it.
Yeah.
We
No,
looked
but
at it.
yeah, I didn't. Yeah, but yeah, we all agree. Yes, this does not. Well, hang on though. Each hero hit by the wave increases the damage of its eruption. But this works on stuns, right? Stunned and rooted. Yeah. So what would be, perhaps this has a place with Crushing Jaw?
Maybe.
Because if we hit a bunch of heroes into
I
each
love
other,
Crushing Jaws. I'm just going to say that right now. That's my favorite pick.
after 1.25 seconds, pull enemies in an area towards the center, dealing damage and stunning them for 0.75. So we do it. By the way, it's worth noting that this is radial. Off you. You don't get to choose its location. There's no holding. I'm holding R right now. I don't get to change its location. So you have to position yourself in the right place, kind of like Entomb and many other abilities like it. If I'm pulling them together and then what's the delay on this? Would I do R or E first? Let's see. So ER.
Does the monster have a name?
I don't think it has a name.
I don't know.
Yeah. They didn't say its name.
Is the non-crushing jaw ult just potentially infinite KT Phoenix?
Right.
If they're trapped in it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it keeps going, right? Is it on a timer, I guess? Is the
No,
thing?
it goes forever. And the cooldown's already ticking when you cast it. So versus, your Rel with the armor and wants to stay in that same area. Versus, I did it versus White Mane because she wants to stay in the same area for an extended period of time. Like, against those same heroes that I was using Dread against, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Not, Crushing Jaws is such a winning talent. Both 50-second cooldown. So it looks like I'd Crushing Jaws first. It doesn't really, because they're stunned for that. So R into E.
And then you go in.
Yeah, well then
Because you want to smack them and nibble their bums.
Hook them up. Does this generate chaos? No.
No.
Cool.
But it is chaotic. I mean,
yeah.
if you want to say it generates chaos and that it can really throw off a team fight, you got it.
Sure.
Totally generates chaos.
So what we want to do now is, let's look at our damage number and see, well, this is generating chaos, though. So wait, hold on, I'm going to do 25% more damage to stun. Okay, so I deal flat damage, but I also generate chaos. So there's an element of unknown there with the, wait a minute. With the auto attacks that we have to weave. But hang on. Increase the damage of the eruption.
You're weaving auto attacks anyway.
Each hero hit by the wave increases damage. So if you're only going to hit one hero, then of course...
It's not going to matter.
Yeah, you're going to want to do this.
But if you're going to hit 5 heroes...
Right. Okay.
You're going to blow stuff up.
So let's do a combo.
So I stand by my statement, the growing nightmare you're going to want when you see them funnel a lot.
Let's complete the quest.
And you
just
know
so we
they're
have a
going to
standard.
funnel a lot.
Okay. So here we go. Okay, so 3,362.
cool.
All right, let's reset talents
Choose a
and go
talent.
to, and now we're just gonna do it without.
Choose a talent.
But we're gonna do this
talent.
and this.
Ooh.
That's the same exact damage.
Oh.
That's interesting. Am I only hitting the middle guy once and getting to 25?
Oh, you need to hit more than one person.
Yeah.
You need to stand off to the side.
So we should do it
Aim
from...
it to the back.
Yeah. Well, we can't. We're not gonna get the
Something.
same 3, but we aim it from the back. Maybe we get these 2 together in the wiggles. So let's do that. Reset talents.
Choose a
I can
talent.
play around with that.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Okay. That did a lot more damage, but was I auto-attacking this guy?
Were you?
I think I was, but still, that wouldn't account for an extra 2,000 damage. Oh, I shot through that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. So we need to shoot slightly on the sideways. Hold. There we go. Oh, wait, but okay. All right, hang on. All right, so we're gonna... And then run sideways, and then whoop, over there. That's a lot more damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot more damage.
Less damage per second, though. Huge bursts.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah. Okay. All right. So
You've turned it into a burst.
we're getting some auto attacks out, but yeah, I mean that that'd be more granted. I think maybe ancestral strength would have more impact over the course of the game, but here growing nightmare is increasing the overall impact of our crushing jaws combo.
What's the level 20 for the AoE damage ult? Would it be cool with Lamb for the slaughter?
Oh, yes.
The level 20
We will
ult for
find out.
crushing jaws is amazing.
We will find out as we go. All right, we'll go back to
Choose a talent.
And let it go, let it jump. Eternal feast.
Eternal Feast. Now, apparently,
go.
in the animations they showed, this thing used to have hands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like little hands would come up from the side, and every time it went to bite, it'd have these little hands
That's cute.
going with it. So this is not rewarding chaos at the moment, but
No.
that would just go until,
Goes until
The
one of them
cows come
dies, but
home.
they're not dying. They're living.
uh-oh.
They've lived. Uh-oh. Kyle, what have you done? 2. Why are there 2?
Well,
Oh, look at this. How many can we get?
apparently, perhaps resetting my talents would...
Toggle those cooldowns, baby.
Well, hang on now. Hang on.
See, this is why this one's OP. They're gonna tweak it when they release it. Can you actually kill the target dummies?
That's what I'm going for now.
Go it. Do
Might
it.
as well. I mean, we do seem to be hit. Oh, wait. No, we're getting there. We're getting there. Hang on. All right. Well, do they die for long enough that the spell would stop? The eggs? Ah, yeah. There we go. The perfect spell. If only we could summon training dummies. Or the perfect spell.
There must be a reason for this.
Luckily, we have a 2-computer setup, so one computer runs the video game and one computer runs the stream. Otherwise, I'm sure we would have had some drop frames, as they call it. Yeah, with the hand. She was, Lana was showing on Twitter that she was doing trying to get the aggression of the thing spawning. But it looks like it doesn't do any non-heroic damage. Or does it do one bit of... Oh, you get one hit. So not worth it on 50-second cooldown, but, one hit. If you really, really, really want to get people... I mean, you're also just going to deny area, so if you do pick a fight on top of a merc camp and then people are trying to force their way into it, then you're being like, get out, and a lot on the BlizzCon floor, people weren't getting out because, they didn't know the ability. It was right after
also
the opening
slows you
ceremony.
when you're in it, so it's frustrating to
slow?
try and get out of. I felt like it slowed. I could have just been crazy. Maybe
No
she slowed
slow.
me with her.
Yeah, there may have been a
She probably
dread.
slowed me with her E.
Yeah, there may have been a dread onto you, which would be a good stack with this, right? Giving a slow, 50% slow inside there. Could be pretty good. Let's advance to 13.
Ooh, blind as a bat plus that ult?
Wouldn't that cause everybody to run away, though?
I don't know.
I mean, certainly, again,
You use Zarya to pull him in.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
And then
Zarya,
there
that's
you
a good
go.
one. Yeah, anything that would,
Wombo.
force people in the area, right?
Combination.
Let's just click.
Choose a talent.
Determination. After dashing with Shadow Waltz, Orphea gains 50 spell armor, stacking up to 2 times. While Orphea has Determination, her physical damage is increased by
So
15.
if you're fighting that pesky Gul'dan, there you go.
Why would spell armor stack? It's only from the dash, right? So I have to apply the stacking up to 2 times. Did I misread that?
Yeah,
Stacking up to 2
2 times.
But I'm only subject to 75 armor max,
You're a bother.
and I'm not going over 50 armor. So is that just meaning that I couldn't be reduced below? Oh, like block. Okay, gotcha. They're charges.
Reason for this.
Gotcha. Stacking up to 2 times. Okay, all right, that makes sense. So I now have 2 charges of spell armor.
Have to be part of the
Oh, you can see it in the corner too by her health bar. Her
Oh,
mana
there we
bar.
go,
Look
yeah.
under there, yeah.
And physical damage is physical damage is increased.
Yeah, as long as you have one of them.
So, all right, let's piss this guy off. Get him to slam me if we live. And okay, so there
One
goes
stack
one.
went away.
But I've still got 1 stack, which means as long as I maintain my 1 stack, I get to do physical damage. So I can increase my auto attack damage by 50% if I didn't attack anybody who can cast any spells at all. I could just permanently have 15% increased damage. That's pretty cute. This is the one I went on the floor just because we were always fighting Orpheas.
Yeah.
There's also something else I went here. But I get it. That's neat.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Abyssal Symbiosis. Hitting a hero with Chomp instantly grants Orphea max chaos. There's gonna be a lot. I mean, I think there's kind of a cap to how much chaos you could generate.
Yeah.
Because if you took all the chaos generating talents, you'd probably sit on more chaos than you can actually spend.
Just go away and don't come back.
I mean, unless you're throwing in those auto attacks.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure each time you auto attack, you've got max chaos.
Yeah, so maybe like mana regen on someone like Jaina.
Yeah,
You should
but
pick one, but not them all.
yeah, because then it gets redundant.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, that is a cool talent, and you could mix that with the dash and whatnot. Ravenous Hunger. Invasive miasma?
I like miasma.
It's a very anime word. At least
But
I
you can
feel
say
like
miasma.
animes are just full of miasma. Miasma?
I like miasma.
Should I say miasma?
You can
Which
say
one should I say?
miasma.
Does it matter which one I say?
Let me check Webster's here.
Choose
And we'll go by Merriam-Webster.
Cool.
Since that's what Chicago uses.
Activate to deal 250 damage to all nearby enemies for 2 seconds. For each hero hit, heal.
All right, we're
Or-
going to hear it.
Miasma.
Miasma.
My asthma. Not your asthma, my asthma.
She asthmas.
His asthma.
We asthma. Yeah.
Asthma.
I'll keep going.
So this does generate chaos. Activate to deal damage. Then it pops, and I get chaos.
I like that we went through how
Each
to
hero hit.
conjugate asthma there.
Gain 1 chaos. Okay, cool. So I have 2 seconds? Oh,
I took
2
this
seconds.
one.
2 seconds would match the
I didn't
cooldown of my
notice
Shadow
anything
Waltz.
with it because I took a button when I shouldn't have taken a button, but
This is what it takes.
So what we can do is, maybe, with the 2-second cooldown,
yeah.
we could activate it, dash in, get our explosion.
There we go, and then get out.
And then use our dash to get out. Yeah, so there may be a situation. I mean, that'd be a great talent for your bruiser sort of mindset.
Totally. But you have to be used to that it has a load time.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna need to get used to.
Yeah, kind of like Ragnaros.
That's a long load up too.
Fine.
How many seconds?
2 seconds.
2
So it
seconds,
matches the
okay.
cooldown of the Chomp Reduce and
Okay.
the Shadow Waltz Reduce as well. It's a neat little level. I think that's super cool that if you don't spend your spell armor, you get
Choose a talent.
Impressive.
bonus damage for as long as you can hold on to the stack of blocks.
She seems really complex compared to other recent releases, no?
I think yeah, I think so. There's a lot of math in here, and I think, Mal'Ganis felt, but you were just sort of in their faces.
I'd say it depends, honestly. Because I tried it and it feels very intuitive.
Yeah.
Like what you're supposed to do, you kind of, I get it, it's fun.
Right.
But that's not going to be for everybody.
But that's important to say.
Right?
Like, what feels fun is right. and that's a good design.
Yeah.
Because here,
That's fair.
I want to dash around like a dingus. I want to use my abilities. I want to hit people in the back line. And when I
Yeah.
do it correctly, but I did what
You
feels
feel
right.
rewarded.
I did what's right.
Yeah.
So in that way, you're not
And then
kind of
as you
arguing with
play
yourself.
her more, you can optimize the talent builds and understand the damage and the math a bit better. But in the beginning, it felt like putting on a pair of gloves that fit.
Bond of Anguish. Shadow Waltz deals bonus damage to heroes equal to 3% of their max health, healing Orphea for 50% of the damage dealt.
So you got a hero killer, tank killer,
It seems
tank
a
buster.
bit. It seems a bit much. It
How's-
seems a bit much.
How's her HP compared to others? I'm thinking about Pyringer since she can't hard counter it. She at level 1, she's around Rexar.
Around Rexar's health. Yeah.
Not Misha, Rexar.
Yeah. So we can actually do that here. I mean, one quick thing, and then we'll check that out.
Okay.
Let's go back to poor Artanis.
Yeah, and Alebeard's got it. I think she seems more complex before you play her, but once you play her, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's very fair. Because the movement, I think, is very jarring. Because when I saw the preview at BlizzCon there, I don't think it made a lick of sense to me, but
Choose a talent. Choose a
trying her
talent.
out.
Play around.
Choose
I
a
mean,
talent.
let's. Oh wait, I got friends on the wrong side.
Uh-oh.
Enemies and friends mixed
Do you have
up.
friends in low places, Kyle?
Where the whiskey runs,
And the beer chases your blues away? Are you gonna be okay?
I'll be okay.
Okay.
Come on out.
I think Mephisto is hella complex. I would agree with that one.
Yeah, I agree.
I would agree with that one. Ooh, she's mathematically more complex than Mephisto, but easier to play. Ooh.
So what I've got here is my when they're slow deal more damage and my giant killer.
Oh, there we go. Oh, just munching him. Look at, oh, you
Oh,
missed.
we missed. Oh well.
Arthas
He'll be
finished
dead.
him off.
Man, that's a lot. It's a lot of damage. It's a
Yeah.
lot of damage there.
There's dark.
And this is not. Is this the end tip or is this the whole thing? It's the whole thing. Why would they give me the whole thing after
Wait,
they
which
do all
one?
this? My bond of anguish is the whole darn
Oh.
thing. It's not
They're not
just.
tipping it?
Yeah, they're not tipping. It's not just the tip.
That's hilarious. That's kind of funny that at level 16, you know?
Yeah.
Level 4, they're like just the tip.
Yeah, you
but then
gotta-
level
you gotta tip
16,
it.
you know what? Take it all.
Doesn't matter. Whole
Then
thing.
just-
Whole enemy team.
all of it.
Just kill them all. Just be done with it.
Are we
End the
big
game.
on social graces? Absolutely.
End the game.
Talent.
Dead magic. Basic attacks that consume chaos, ignore armor, and deal bonus spell
I
damage
think
to
we're
all
gonna
enemies
slip on down to
around
the
the
Oasis.
target.
I never wanted this.
We got a chaos right now, so let's go ahead and. All right, so it's a little one,
Okay.
little pop,
Little pop.
little pop.
Little pop.
We don't have any way to push people together, so we would just have to. But it has a little visual on it, so we can see. Little pop, pop, little pop. So AoE damage, but wouldn't this
Okay.
do AoE damage anyway, right? Like, I
Would
mean,
it?
maybe you're generating a ridiculous amount, you pull them all together, Lamb for the Slaughter,
But
level
remember,
20.
look, you're ignoring armor.
You are ignoring armor with your basic
That's
attacks.
huge. So
Yeah.
if you're up against a team
Right. And if
that
you
has
heal,
armor up their wazoos,
right, if you heal for 100% of the damage dealt, and they are reducing the damage you deal,
So dead magic, you're dealing damage straight to their health.
Right.
Right? So
and
that's
you get
great.
the bonus
Yeah.
spell damage on top of it.
That's great.
So this would be like, this is almost a survivability. They're all, they're all,
Well, it's level 16,
because
right?
this heals you 50% of the damage. This makes sure you're healing based on your auto attacks if they have armor against it. So does Lurking Terror have some sort of survivability aspect to it?
Choose a talent.
It's a button, apparently. After Dread erupts,
This
and
one
for 2
looks
seconds
fun.
after, activate to cast Chomp from the eruption area. Does not share a cooldown with Chomp.
Which is great. All
So-
right, so you throw it out,
So I throw it out.
all right, and then you
Okay.
hit it. Nice.
That's pretty cute. Is it based on...
How do you aim it?
I don't know. Is it based on me? In my location? Or is it just cinematic?
I think it's based on you.
So it turns back around to where I am when I
Move,
cast
move.
it. Oh, wait.
Oh
wrong
no.
button. Hang on.
Okay, let's try it again.
Yeah, is it based
Or
on
your
where
mouse.
I cast it? No, it's based on me. It always bites back
It's mouse
towards me.
location.
Is it mouse location?
I don't know. Throw
That's
it.
right.
Move
There's
your
my
mouse.
mouse. Yeah,
It
it
is
is mouse
mouse location.
location. Okay, cool. So that means that if I were to do this and then they run away, I put my mouse back here. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat.
Oh, I kind of lost what this would be for, but your ult pulls them together to test that talent. I've lost which talent that was for.
Are we talking about crushing jaw?
It's gonna be 16 at some point. I think it's one of the 16, but I don't remember what your question was.
My question?
Or what it was.
Did I have a question?
I don't know. I've missed something. So feel free to let me know.
Does this have stuff immediately dashes backwards? I guess not, right? Because I didn't immediately dash backwards when I hit a hero with chomp. I didn't hit a hero with chomp. Yeah, no dash backwards.
But that's because you're not casting W at that point.
Yeah.
Dead magic. It was the dead magic talent.
Dead magic? Oh!
Does it do AoE?
Basic attacks that consume... No. Oh, wait, hang on. All damage around the target.
Thank you.
Oh!
Okay, so we use the ult, and we're going to try it with dead magic.
Yes. All right.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
All right, so... For numbers and burst, we saw that Growing Nightmare did more, though your passive's going to have a greater impact on the overall game. You want to lock people inside of it, perhaps? We're going to do Mind Devour for maximum damage. Crush. I guess we could do more damage with that, but Shadow with 15. Wait, 15%? No, let's get 15% because we want big old splashing auto attacks.
15%.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let's complete our quest.
Okay.
And then when they're all grouped up, we hit for the auto attack. Oh, looks like the spell damage is what splashes.
Yeah.
Not the auto.
That.
So, basic attacks that consume chaos, ignore armor, and deal damage to all around the target. So, I do not heal based on the spell damage. The spell damage is bonus splash damage.
Spell damage heals based on me. Doesn't even make any sense.
But it would add. So, we're up to 6,000 now in that case. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Lurking Terror is just really cute. I don't think I would want to spend the bonus. It's not really APM. It's mouse movement. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to wrongfully locate my mouse for a time period that far forward.
Unless you're playing a bruiser. Her as a bruiser, then it doesn't matter.
You mean because I'm standing still and I'm not moving?
You're body blocking like a pro.
I think I'd rather do Bond of Anguish, honestly. You know, this is Giant Killer. I'm hitting. It's the whole thing.
It's
Shaft
true.
and all.
Yeah.
Thing, and then
it's true.
You get the whole thing.
It's true.
That's just easy to do.
Easy
Maybe
peasy.
someday. I mean, dead magic. You know, we're blowing people up. You know, we don't even have. Well, I mean, granted, we're hitting 3 heroes here. Let's hit 1 hero.
Okay.
Before we leave here, let's hit 1 hero with our combo.
Okay.
So we'd almost kill ourselves. Actually, we did kill ourselves. I think we hit this guy a little bit. So let's do it one more time.
Killed.
Yeah,
That's a lot of damage.
So we almost took our health. But in this situation, because we're hitting less heroes, we would want to do Ancestral Strength.
There we go, yeah.
Into... And we'll still do, for science sake, we'll do Fright. I guess in this case, we would want to do Ravenous Hunger because of the infinite stacking. And then we'll still do... I guess we're getting a Chomp out, so that'd probably increase our burst damage. And then for single target, I guess Bond of Anguish. Yeah, so we did a little bit more damage with this build, not a ton.
Cool.
In fact, I cast an extra Shadow Waltz in there. So a little bit more damage. So yeah, neat. All right, let's go to 20. Let's just, yeah, we'll go 30.
Oh, we're going to 30.
Jump
Take
around.
that.
Let's do Crushing Jaws first.
All right.
So, Engulfing Oblivion. Crushing Jaws reduces the armor of heroes hit by 25 for 2 seconds. Takedown set its cooldown to 5 seconds. And this is actually, when we did it on the show floor and all, this works if it doesn't get the stun out. So if they die during that part right there, it works. They didn't have to be stunned by it.
I did this one at BlizzCon, and it was
good.
amazing. If you're ahead Oh,
Yeah.
you're just casting this every 6 seconds and killing fools left and right.
It was pretty good.
Oh
And
my
it has a lot of
God.
forgiveness if they die early, so that one was just pretty darn rocking. What, you get 2 seconds? I mean, 2 seconds matches your cooldown, so you'd be able to do the slam and then your follow-up cast as well.
Yep.
Choose a talent.
Let's go Eternal
Choose a
Feasting.
talent. Choose a talent.
Monster Within. Eternal Feast grants 1 chaos each time it hits a hero. While Eternal Feast is active, Orphea's attack speed is increased by 50%.
So this is where you have your Wombination combination.
Yeah.
Zarya casts her thing, Butcher casts his silence, you cast this, and then you just attack.
I mean, it's pretty cool. And since we're hitting 3 heroes or more, we're getting all that chaos. And we could get perhaps so this guy is not related to the amount of chaos. Just that my chaotic attacks aren't affected by armor, and I deal bonus spell damage if I have chaos.
As long as the basic attacks
Yeah.
are pulling from the chaos.
So I guess in that case, we could do Determination to do 15% increased physical damage with it too, since we're going to be making such fast auto attacks would be our stack there.
Yeah. No one mentioned ETC and his ult? There we go, right?
Yeah,
We're gonna kill the dummy.
kill him again.
We're doing it. Bye, dummy. Bam. Oh, it's an egg.
Yeah, he may have died too early. He might respawn in time and keep
There
this
we
going.
go. There's the other one.
There we go.
You
Wait.
did it.
Okay. They'll be back.
Beautiful.
Neat. That's cool. Big ol' auto attacks. Reset talent. Bop, 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 bop. Let's see what these other like passive thingies are. Eldritch Conduit. Each chaos consumed increases Orphea's spell power by 5% up to 50%. Each chaos consumed increases spell power. After reaching the maximum bonus, the spell power is further increased by an additional 50%. Lasts 10 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
So,
So you're gonna want to get chaos, attack, and then just use your spells.
oh, look at that big old bar with all the little knocks on it. Oh, excuse me.
Oh yeah,
Excuse me,
sure.
sir.
Look at that.
Excuse me, sir.
Sir, please.
Wait, do I get more?
Oh, attack. Hit basic
So
attack.
one.
Hit
Okay,
basic.
2.
Oh my god.
Do I get 2 points for hitting 2? I do.
Oh my god.
I do.
Nice.
Okay, and then I'd be sitting at,
So this buffs
100%?
your abilities
yeah.
big time. Oh my god. And then
That's
once
pretty
you
cool.
get full stacks, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100% on that. Spell power increased by 50. And there's my 100% spell power modification.
Visually, that's great.
So if I
That's
hit all
very
these
clear.
guys and 3, I get 3 stacks. Then if I do it again, I get 3 stacks. So you could get this going pretty. Do I get chaos for this dude, Lurking Terror?
What?
Do I get chaos for Lurking Terror's hit?
You gotta try it.
He's not affected by talents, but he might be affecting and allow me to get. So one.
No.
Yeah, I got chaos for it.
No. You got it for your E, but when he chomped, he didn't give any.
Oh, the explosion maybe came after. Let's try that again.
Yeah, so we'll empty it.
Okay. Chaos.
So you got 3?
There's the pop. Chaos.
3?
Oh wait, I was too slow. Because if we can get 9 out of one combo, that'd be pretty. That'd be pretty sick.
Cool.
All right, 1, 2.
Oh, sure enough.
Did I get it? I didn't see.
Hold on, do it again. Just
Okay,
do it
one more
once.
time, one more
Just
time.
do it once. Cast it once. We'll see what the initial gives, and then pop it.
Actually, let's do this on one dude. That would make it
There
way
we
easier
go.
because then we can just go to 3.
All right,
so
ready?
1 chaos, 2 chaos. Oh wait,
No
Okay.
chaos. There we go.
no, we were at full chaos. Hang on, that didn't work at all.
All right. 1. No, it doesn't give anything.
Oh, I did get something.
But it wasn't the chomp.
Oh, here, no, I'm attacking, right? So
1.
through 1.
1 did not
2.
give you anything.
What? No one gives me stuff. Right?
It was the E. The E erupts. So set it out, let the E erupt, and then
Okay.
hit the chomp.
There's my. Okay.
Okay.
And then.
Chomp. See, nothing.
No, 1.
Where did the 1 come from
The
then?
one right
did you
here.
cast something?
The chaos. It happened.
Huh.
Here, you watch.
I guess it's delayed.
Watch the top of her head.
Yeah.
Oh, because it has to. Blah,
Yeah,
right?
so maybe
So
it's delayed.
there's one. Pop. Two.
Huh, so I guess it's a delayed chaos then.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So in that way, if I did this perfect, I could get 9.
Or stop auto-attacking. Yeah, can we do it without auto-attacking?
But see, I just got 3 again.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just a heavy delay.
Well, I think it's not delayed. It doesn't come until. Well, if I stop auto-attacking, I won't get rid of the.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's what I'll do for you guys. So we'll do it that way. There we go. All right. Didn't hit anything. 1 chaos.
Okay, cool. So it's just a very heavy delay.
What? I'm not understanding the heavy delay part. Because I don't get the
That
chaos
one didn't
until...
give you anything.
No, I got it right there. There's
No,
my 1
but
chaos.
that was from the pop.
No, it wasn't. The pop didn't touch it.
The additional chomp seems to give chaos. Consuming the chaos then adds a dot to the level 20 talent bar.
Too easy.
Wait. Are you looking here?
Yeah. That's what I'm
we're talking
looking
about
at.
this.
Oh, I was looking at the level 20.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to...
Oh, I don't apply the level 20 bar until I auto attack.
Okay.
That's where the confusion is. Yes.
Okay.
So.
All right.
So, yes. Here we go.
Okay.
No damage. I get chaos
You
from that
get a
chomp.
chaos. Okay.
Yes.
I see.
But not until I apply the chaos do we start this bar.
Okay.
Yes. So if I do this,
So
and
that's
then chomp,
why it takes a bit for that to show up.
right?
Because
That's
you have
where you
to
were
attack.
seeing. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Cool.
We were looking
Now
at 2
I'm
different
good.
things.
Now I'm good.
Yes, but we answered everybody's questions. And using that chomp, we can make a really quick go to our maximum spell power.
Yeah.
On the run again.
Neat. Okay.
Sweet.
Final tacos.
Choose a talent.
Final tacos.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Activate to instantly reset the cooldown of Shadow Waltz. For the next 6 seconds, dashing with Shadow Waltz resets its cooldown.
This is the one where you just smack it around and you got it basically on infinite, yeah?
Go away and don't come back.
I mean, it's pretty fly, but I mean, currently we're on cooldown, so okay. So maybe with this build, right? Because I've avoided all my resets.
Yeah.
I think if you take Allegrissimo, there's no point in taking this, because how fast can you go?
Yeah.
You know, you'll go pretty fast, sure. You know, it'll feel cool. I mean, granted, I'd want to stack this with Bond of Anguish and like an Entomb or something.
Yeah.
So, but I only get dashing resets its cooldown.
Fine.
Oh, our sound died to us.
Oh, looks like computer sound died too.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, we'll give that a restart here.
Should I unplug? Plug it? Oh, wait.
Oh,
it's
there we go.
back?
We're back. We're back.
Okay, it's back. We're back. Oh, and the mics were still.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Weird. Oh well, it fired off for a second.
Maybe Takata without worrying about the AAs?
But why would I do that?
Because it's ability damage. Why would you auto attack when you can smack them with your tendril?
But I have to do the dash
Yeah.
in order to get in the first place.
Yeah. So you're moving around all over the place, slapping them with your praying mantis arm.
I don't understand.
Because you're a dancer.
Why would anyone say don't worry about the AAs? Why would they say that, Kristen?
Because not everybody likes AAs, Kyle. I'm sorry.
I don't understand.
Not everybody wants to AA all the time, and I think they've made a hero
That
at
needs
level
the AA.
20 means you don't have to AA. Okay, so maybe you do it 3 times and then hit them with a full stack of chaos, right?
Okay, that's fair.
What's the fastest you can spam Q with the level 20?
We have to... I don't know if the mouse... Is it only when I hit heroes?
Uh-huh.
Oh, because I have to dash. I have to dash to get the cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
This is like some...
And that's a good point, right? You're sacrificing AAs to be
Oh.
insanely mobile and super hard to hit.
This is some pure meditation.
It's zen. It's like, you know, music. You're losing yourself in it. The moment you want it.
Yeah.
Never let it go.
Like, I think that'd be better if you're pursuing or running away, right?
How did the box on her back not become her character mount as a surfboard? It's a good question.
Be disrespectful for whoever's in the box.
You know, Chomp might like it.
I think we should just call him Chomp.
Oh, there we go. The 20 resets when chasing.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. So
Right.
you could run anyone down.
Right. I think that's the idea, is that so that our mouse is always in the same spot.
How many shots do you have for the 20 though if you keep resetting it? How long can you do that for?
6 seconds.
6 seconds.
Yeah.
Does
And this
it
has a...
keep resetting it though? Is it kind of like Wrath of the Berserker where
No.
you do have the time and then...
So you can see the taco bar there.
Oh, there we go. The taco bar.
It's going. But yes, this would be the preferred situation.
Oh
Is where
man,
you'd
that's
be
wicked
moving
looking.
through. Yeah,
like you're
no.
a corpse coming after somebody.
It's
Ah,
really sick. It's really
nice.
sick. But I wouldn't really, like I'm saying here, I really wouldn't want this in that Graviton Surge
Yeah.
Entomb situation where I have to be like,
Totally.
if I'm aiming at the same target in the same spot, that actually takes way too much effort.
Does
And
Takata benefit from the Q talent at 4?
at 4. No, because we go to 0 cooldown. So you wouldn't want to. I mean, you go the whole game and you're like, oh no, your level 20 nullified your level 4, but your level 4 would not affect this because you were on full cooldown through this whole thing.
Can you dash through an entomb? That's a wall, right? And
No,
So
yeah.
you can't dash through walls.